Right, I'm going to be taking the e-bike from Cowes and head south down the 23, which is an exclusive cycle path, albeit shared with pedestrians, but it's not on a road. Now where you see the blue parts, that's actually where there are roads, which is a little bit frustrating that it's considered a cycle path when it's not really a cycle path. And then I'm going to head over to Wootton, find a little secret beach over here, and then I'm going to head further back and up to East Cowes and then catch the chain ferry or floating bridge across back to West Cowes. This is pretty awesome. I've never filtered in traffic like this in a bicycle before, not since my days in London when I used to commute across from west to central London. So this is pretty cool, pretty awesome, and you see all the traffic just waiting there.
The old railway bridge.
As you can see, this is the original bridge that took the steam locomotives over in the late 19th century. The quality of some of these cycle lanes is actually better than the roads, especially with the potholes that exist on the island. As you can see here, here's one of my favourite places, the Bargeman's Rest, which we're going to loop around. I had to pop by the Harbour Master's office just to explain that I'd moved my boat further up to the Cowes Commission. It was also a good opportunity to have a quick chat.
Oh, it's nice to know the dredging it.
Yeah, so it's not going to make it any...
Painted yellow. Right, cheers. Thanks, Paul. This is an interesting design for a cycleway. This mesh they put down and put the 5mm, I think it is, on top.
Now we've headed down the west side of the Medina, now we're heading north up the east side of the Medina. We're going to split off shortly.
I have ode to joy blasting in my ears. No worries, I have to slow down. No worries. And a beach to myself. I love the Isle of Wight. So I'm now at the top end of Wootton Creek. So the ferry that leads to Portsmouth is just over there. I might be able to see one. No, I can't see one. Portsmouth is just there. You can see the Spinnaker Tower. We do some decent wild camping here. The bicycle's just over there, the e-bike. Look at the slipway. What an excellent slipway. And overgrown. No way of getting down here. You can see a gate up there. little footpath here. I wonder where it goes to. I think I might explore it. It's not on the OS map. That's the other thing, there's so many little paths that are not on the OS map. Funky bit of kit, this. OS map on here. See that little track there doesn't show on here. And my trusty play mix whilst I'm cycling. Which we have Beatles, Oasis, Coldplay. The minute I've got Jackson Browne on, let's have a look. Before the Deluge, that'll inspire me to get up that hill. Let's go and explore. Another feature this bike has is if you press this button down here, it'll go on its own. It'll walk at walking speed apparently. I've never tried it. It's the first time. Oh, there it goes. Oh, this is creepy. Oh, it's going up on its own. Oh, it's wheel spinning. Oh, stay on. Wow. Oh, that's more than walking speed. I tell you what, let me try it with just pulling me up. There we go. It's going on its own. Can just about keep it on balance. Aside from the obvious tragedy of COVID, one of the things I find that's really sad about it all is the fact that in effect it's outlawed fun. So you see, this is a kind of go apes place, and it's locked up. Imagine having your own slipway like that, or even just a pontoon at the end of your garden, because those pontoons come with the house. So if you purchase the house, you have the pontoon and obviously the rights to the access to the estuary, Wootton estuary. Ah. Hiya. I've never been down that farthest, down here before. Who actually owns the pontoons? Are they connected to the houses? Wow. So they're built specifically just for the house?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. They own the land and the mud. Right.
Oh, so they've actually got rights in the sea as well?
Yeah.
I think we bought the wrong house.
Where did you buy your house?
Cows. So the ornate little bits of decoration, because we're next to Osborne House. Oh, Nelson. Commonwealth War Graves. Hard to believe we just live up on that hill over there across the estuary. I never even knew this church was here. I think I did see it when I've been walking the dog, but you just think, oh, it's church, it's church. There's plenty of churches around in this country. But again, it's just another feature of getting on a bicycle. I mean, yeah, you could find this in a car, but I never have. I think that a lot of things when you're driving as well is that you're driving, you've got a destination in mind, and that's where you're going. Whereas you're just not like in that mindset when you're on a bicycle, particularly even more than a motorbike. It is beautiful. I was thinking about this, is that I've travelled quite a bit. Travelled across America, Russia, China, India, obviously all over Europe, many times. And I love many places. I thought Switzerland's probably the most beautiful country in the world. But I've got to admit, when I came here, I thought, this is where I want to live forever now and settle. I love this place. I have the long and winding road playing now. Beatles. Paul McCartney. Another cycle path. Whee!
There are certain cycle paths. This is brilliant because you just fly through it. You've got hedges on either side, so you're completely separated from regular traffic. But there are also these roads down here, which are considered cycle paths according to the local authority, although clearly they're roads. So I'm not sure how they qualify that or what their definition is. But it doesn't come on the maps of the national cycle routes.
It's not all pretty.
I thought I'd show this one simply because it's the ugliest one that I've found, but it is pretty unique. There's no others like this. This is East Cowes Marina. Pretty expensive place to be, but it's fun. It's a pretty place. This is the Red Funnel, the ferry over to Southampton, the car ferry. Now, I'd heard of police car, and very unusual. I only ever hear ambulances rather than police cars. So I headed over here, and it looked like an attempt to prevent a robbery of a security van. Very, very exceptional. However, it was a misunderstanding. I think the van driver just accidentally pressed the button.
Come out booking. Yeah. Thanks, folks.
Now we're heading to the chain ferry, albeit that it's called the floating bridge on the island. It has an awful reputation because it's been refitted, but has been broken down so many times since the refit that it's got a poor reputation. I would have been stuck here and had 12 miles to go if I hadn't.
I'm coming, just 1 minute.
The chain ferry or floating bridge only costs £1 or £1.50 return.
So you know that I'm with you. God bless you.
Yeah, it had the reputation of breaking down the year before last. I think it was quite a lot, and a little bit last year. I don't know why, because the technology is thousands of years old. It's great bit of kit though, so when it does work. It was only £1 across, or £1.50 return. Very popular with commuters and school kids.
Oh, little duckies. UKSA training school. Thank you. A traffic jam in the high street of Cowes. It's that time of year. All the booties are getting ready.
Cowes Marina is absolutely amazing. It's a wonderful place, fantastic and beautiful big boats, but very expensive. My little 23-footer would cost £3,000 for the year.
Hey, you don't want to drop that. Oh, doesn't get any better, lad.
A great sensible solution, I find, anyways, that it's the shared space concept. So it kind of pushes everyone to take some responsibility, and it also means it kind of desists the them and us kind of characterisations between, say, cyclists, skateboarders, and walkers, pedestrians, etc., dog walkers. I understand that a seaside place is not unique. There's plenty along the whole Riviera, really, across the English southern, but it's the fact that the entire island just feels like one big playground for everybody. It's great and so egalitarian.